too. Everybody's good.
Sheriff, what do you got out here tonight?
Just after 7 o'clock tonight, our deputies were dispatched here to the corner of Warsaw and North Howard, or South Howard, I'm sorry, in reference to a person that was suffering from gunshot wounds here in the area. Several gunshot casings have been found here on the scene. We had one person, early 20s, that was suffering from what apparently was 2 gunshot wounds to the upper chest, bleeding here on scene. Ambulances arrived on scene and transported that person to University Hospital, but unfortunately, upon arrival at University Hospital, he perished from his injuries. We are out here processing the scene as we have a few leads that we're actively working right now, but we ask if anybody has any specific information in reference to this case, if they can contact us either through Crime Stoppers or through our Detective Bureau at 364-5300. You know, we hope to go out and do what we always do and hopefully solve this case pretty quickly. Unfortunately, again, the person lost their life. We expect that he was here visiting some other friends here in the neighborhood itself, but we're, of course, working that out.
Do we know if you have any leads on who may have done this at all?
We're not going to release any of that information right now. Again, we do have some leads that we're working actively, but you know, as you said, this is just an active scene, and we don't have anybody in custody as of yet. But we ask if anybody has any information, if they can give us a call.
Sheriff, where do things go from here the next few hours, overnight, that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, our Detective Bureau works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our Homicide Division gets called out on any of these types of calls. You know, they're going to be working to establish any leads that we may have, whether it's search warrants, whether it's arrest warrants, interviews of people at Detective Bureau. That's with any investigation that we have, and that's why it's always critical. You know, we see on television, but they're getting the information, getting the witnesses that were here on the scene, getting their statements, and be able to obviously, hopefully, get somebody in custody soon.
Do y'all have any idea of a motive?
I'm not going to comment on any type of motive until we end up having to be able to talk with everybody that's witnesses or possible suspects.
Can you tell us whether there was an altercation at all?
No, again, that's part of any type of motive, and we won't release any of that until after we make the arrest.
And you said the person lived here, or he was visiting a friend?
I don't believe he lived here, but I believe he was visiting people here in this neighborhood, yes.
Did the neighbors say they maybe heard a confrontation out in the streets?
Again, I don't have any of that information right now. That's what our detectives are talking to those people back at the Detective Bureau to find out what exactly occurred.
Could you talk about the size of your scene as far as, you know, evidence, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's relatively small. I mean, we're here at the corner. You know, they had several cases spread out probably across, 50 feet or so. So a very small scene, confined to the street area, nothing within inside of a residence. So not that big of a scene. We should be cleared up pretty soon. Again, this is a dead-end street, so not really any traffic concerns out here tonight, but we should be cleared up pretty soon.